How do you illustrate stakeholder engagement and management skills in an APS 6 interview? Great question that came from my audience. Thanks, JH. So this is a really big question. I'm going to try and simplify it as best I possibly can. The key words here are looking at stakeholder engagement and management. Okay, who are your stakeholders? Now, stakeholders are often thought of as external to the organization, but they're not. They are anybody that you work with. They could be people in your team, people in neighboring teams in your department. It could be your entire department. It can be your management, senior leaders, executive leaders, EL 1s and 2s. But it can also be your customers. Customers can be inside the organization or external to the they can be industry parties, they can be regulators. Stakeholders are anybody that you relate to in your work. Engagement. So when you're asked a question about stakeholder engagement and management, it's often looking at that ILS, the Integrated Learning Strategy criteria for supporting productive working relationships. So let's break that down. I've got it here, so forgive the cross-reference with my eyes. Nurturing internal and external relationships. So what are you doing to build those relationships? Specifically, doing here. Illustrate how. Listening to, understanding and recognizing the needs of others, and to tie into communication with influence, how are you adapting or tailoring your communication to meet the needs of others? Meeting the needs of others can also talk to how you value individual differences and diversity. And lastly, sharing your learning and support of others. Now, management of stakeholders is a little bit different. That is looking at the long-term ways in which you continue to evolve that relationship to achieve the results that you need in your work and projects. But it's also tying into the way in which you think strategically about the organization's goals and objectives. I hope this helps, JH. Please reach out and ask me any more questions that you have. I'm happy to provide any more interview tips that any of you have. Good luck for your next interview.